Ed Hale says internal polling and discussions with trusted volunteers and friends convinced him he'd have a better shot winning the primary as a Republican. The lifelong Democrat got immediate pushback by Republican state lawmakers, but he says he's a moderate who's running on issues Republicans are embracing.
I'm here to announce that I'm going to run for governor as a Republican.
Ed Hale declared his party affiliation switch at Canton Waterfront Park, a place where he started a trucking business back in 1975. Hale is a military vet and former employee at the CIA. He also worked in the banking and shipping business. He's the current owner of the Baltimore Blast soccer team.
I like building things. I like making things. I like hiring people.
Hale, who has name recognition, joins a growing crowd of people reportedly interested in becoming governor. Republican Larry Hogan keeps teasing a return to politics. On social media, he posted photos of his old campaign vehicle, writing, "I guess we could always rewrap it and get back on the road again." Hogan has not declared his candidacy, but he's on the short list of Republicans who have mentioned a possible run. As for Ed Hale, Senate Minority Leader Steve Hershey questions his sincerity, suggesting the party switch is for political convenience. Just because he may no longer feel comfortable associating with the progressive wing of the Democratic Party doesn't mean he now embraces the Republican Party's long-standing principles of limited government, fiscal responsibility, individual liberty, and strong public safety.
What I would like to do is do the best I can for the citizens of Maryland, create jobs, lower the taxes and fees, and make us a much safer place to be.
As for his other goals, Hale pledges to get away from a green agenda and expand the use of fossil fuel and nuclear power. He wants to expedite the permit process, restore customer service in government. He wants state universities to offer certificates in trades. Hale suggests jailing car thieves as young as 14 and getting judgments against their parents. Hale says internal polling indicates he can't beat Governor Moore in the Democratic primary.
There's no way I could win running against Wes Moore with that machine he's got. There's no way. He takes all the money and oxygen out of the room, and I can't do it. I'm a pragmatist.
Hale's party switch prompted the Democratic Governors Association to write, after quickly realizing running in a Democratic primary was nothing more than a bizarre fantasy, Ed Hale is showing his true colors as an out-of-touch Republican candidate. As for the Democrats, there's only one challenging Moore, a perennial candidate, Ralph Jaffe. Hale responded to Senator Hershey, saying in part, Republicans are tired of lectures from career politicians who have presided over decades of losing ground in the state. The Republican Party cannot grow if it becomes a gated club run by insiders more worried about protecting turf than winning elections. Reporting live from the newsroom, David Collins, WBAL TV 11 News.